Scorpio, and welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thank you so much for joining me. This is your June 2015 month ahead tarot forecast. So, just to let you know, as I usually would, that if you'd like a private reading with me, all the details are below. For any newcomer to the channel, because woohoo, I hit over 5,000 subscribers the other day, so thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel, and just thank you to everyone who sends lovely messages. I'm really sorry if you've sent me a message and I haven't got back to you. I am going to be addressing all the messages that I do get. I really am thankful for them. I'm not ignoring anyone. It's just that I'm excruciatingly busy, and you know, I have to find time to do these, and I think last month everything was just sort of crammed in really late, so I've made a concerted effort this month to try and get everything in at a reasonable time, okay? Because you guys definitely deserve it for supporting me, so thank you. Now, as usual, I would juggle the cards off screen, pick out 8 cards from the top now off the deck, so one after the other, and then I'll pick a 9th card from the bottom of the deck, which will serve as your general energy for that particular month. So all the other 8 cards will really fit into that energy that I'm feeling from the 9th card. What I've also done for you, Scorpio, this month is picked 2 angel cards, and I'm currently using my Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards, which are phenomenal. So I've picked a card from there, and I've also picked a card from the Romance Angels. Now this deck isn't all about romance, it's about really loving yourself as well. So it's everything to do with love, and I just felt that this reading for June, Scorpio, spoke to me so much. It really did. It's very strong reading, very strong, and it was really funny, the 2 angel cards that came out for this reading. I picked them. I decided to use the angel cards really because I just felt that I needed some more confirmation, some more kind of something to support this reading even more, because I knew where it was going, but I wanted to just get some backup on what the universe, I feel the angels and the universe are saying to you, Scorpio, and it came out with the same thing. It was the same theme, so this is definitely on the right track, I feel, for some of you guys, okay, for June. I feel that this month's reading, and I'm going to show you the overall energy for the month, is all to do with releasing old patterns of thinking, releasing old patterns of behaviour, because I feel that any of you, if any of you guys feel that you are bound to something in your life, like you're feeling limited about something, I feel that the universe is now saying it's time to do something about it. You know, if you want something to change in your life, it's time to literally go out and get some help, get some support, and do something about it to change your life. I really feel that the universe is saying this to you. We do have the 4 of Pentacles as your general energy. So this 4 of Pentacles really is a card about kind of, how can I say, it's about holding on to stuff. Usually it's about money. A lot of the time this is about kind of making money but holding on to it, storing it, not spending it, being responsible with it. But also when I look at the 4 of Pentacles, I kind of see a guy who's quite possessive. It's almost like he's fearing something. He looks quite smug with what he's got, okay? So it's also for me a card about kind of refusing to let go of something, refusing to budge on a matter, kind of not sharing something. It's almost like this guy is all on his own, and he feels that he's only responsible to who he is, okay? And he's not really willing to kind of open up to anyone. This is how I see the 4 of Pentacles. This card can be about being very small-minded about things, so being very limited in your viewpoint, in your outlook. I feel that it can also be a card about kind of resisting any type of change as well, so not wanting to change, kind of holding on to stuff because this is where you feel more comfortable. So I feel that the general energy for you guys is twofold really. I feel that on the one hand it's about you guys holding on to something, but I feel more predominantly that the general energy for June is going to be about letting go and releasing any blocks that are actually stopping you from getting to where you want to actually go. That's where I feel that this lies. And I'll show you the other angel cards that came up for you guys, and I feel that you're going to be very kind of like absolutely, you know, surprised and like, wow. I feel that for a lot of you guys this reading is going to speak to you. This is what I'm feeling. The first 2 cards that we've got coming up for June, guys, are the 2 of Swords and the King of Cups. Now, it's really funny because to me these cards are kind of polar opposites in a way. To me the 2 of Swords talks about someone who is defensive, okay? They're kind of, if I don't always look at the camera, it's because I'm assessing the cards and I'm looking at the cards, okay? And I'm trying to kind of get my bearings with what these cards are saying to me. So I feel that the Two of Swords is a card about someone who is very defensive, okay? Someone who doesn't want to face up to something. Someone, you know, on the card you can see this woman is blindfolded, okay? And she's crossing her heart with she's crossing her chest with two swords. And it's almost like if anybody comes near her, she's ready to strike. She's ready to kind of, you know, I don't know whether you guys have seen that film Gladiator where he kind of does this to this, chops off somebody's head or something like that with two swords. But it's almost like that. Somebody's ready to strike. But more for me, the Two of Swords is about blocking something out, okay? Not wanting to kind of make a choice, not wanting to kind of make a decision on something, but kind of keeping yourself bound up in a certain position, okay? So we're going back to that kind of energy of feeling blocked. This is what the Two of Swords represents to me. It represents, yeah, keeping people at bay, being on your guard about something. Kind of not showing any emotion at all, but then you are showing emotion at the same time because your whole body language says keep out, keep away. And I feel that in because we have the King of Cups next door to it, this is something in a way completely different because the King of Cups, he knows how to control his emotions, okay? He is very wise. He's coming from a place of complete and utter wisdom, guidance. He's very mature, but he's been through a lot, so he knows how to control this energy. He knows how to kind of control fear, okay? Whereas this person doesn't really know how to control fear because they're emotionless. They're not doing anything. They want to keep all of those fears out. They don't want to face the fear, okay? Whereas the King of Cups faces his fear. So it's almost like the cards are saying that it's now time to let down your defences and face your fears. This is what I'm getting from this. And I feel that when we let down our defences and we face our fears, I almost feel like that is a way to unblock anything that's been kind of limiting us. The Two of Swords is very much a card about a limitation to me. Somebody is limited here, but it's of their own doing. If you look at this card here, the water behind this woman is very... it's stable. There isn't anything rocky going on around her at all. But still she sits motionless. She's afraid to move. She's afraid to come out of her comfort zone. So she stays there. Whereas the King of Cups is sitting on a rocky water and he's still holding his own. He's still keeping his head amongst chaos, okay? He's keeping firm and he's keeping calm amongst chaos because he's learned how to control his fears. So I feel that in the first instance for June, this is about controlling your fears, and this is learning how to face those fears and how to deal with them. I also feel with the King of Cups, this could be a person that's coming into your life, or it could be a person that's around you. So I feel it could be, I mean, the water signs are usually representative of Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, but the King of Cups is usually a Scorpio male, okay? But we don't want to generalise on these astrological signs, okay? Because I think it would be silly to do that. I feel that the King of Cups is representative of someone who is going to potentially help you to deal with some of your problems, or if you've got any issues, going to help you to deal with those. And the more that I'm looking at these cards, the more I'm seeing that I feel that some of you guys are going to be getting a hell of a lot of support in June. But I feel that you need to ask for it, okay? I feel that you need to kind of get rid of the fear in asking or approaching whoever for help and getting that help. Now, when I first pulled these cards, I thought, oh, love reading, we've got the King of Cups, but that's not necessarily it. The King of Cups, if we were to look at the King of Cups in everyday life, he would be somebody who would potentially be a teacher, work in a counselling position, someone who would be in a position to help someone, because the Cups are all about our emotions. And when we look at the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, they're very compassionate people, okay? They're very kind of empathetic people, and they really know how to kind of get beneath the skin of something and help someone out with something. So I feel that looking at this and looking at the run of other cards, that this is about you guys really kind of getting some help in here with something or other. This is what I'm strongly feeling here. But in the first instance, I'm definitely seeing here for June, you guys letting go of some fear, lowering those defences and learning how to control something. But I feel that you're going to be supported with that. So I either feel that the King of Cups is representative of the energy that you're going to need to kind of work towards in June, or it's representative of a man coming in. Could be a woman, I suppose, as well, whatever. But somebody coming in, either a man or somebody who represents these energies, coming in and giving you some support or help, okay? So I feel that there's some support coming in to you, for you guys, no matter what's going on in your life. We also have the Ace of Swords here. The Ace of Swords is called, I think it's called the Sword of Truth. It's about making a breakthrough, so becoming unstuck, kind of, again, we've got this theme of release going on, releasing yourself. This is a card about kind of realising the way forward. It's a card about kind of facing up to the truth, cutting through, you know, any problems in order to overcome a challenge. It's about finding a solution to a problem, okay, no matter how painful that may be. Now, with the Ace of Swords, a lot of the time this card is about kind of making a sacrifice. So you might need to surrender, sacrifice what you have built up, or sacrifice those defences. So surrender, when we sacrifice something, we're surrendering it to something, okay? So if you were to sacrifice a pig to the gods or something like that, you'd be releasing, surrendering the, I don't know, the spirit or whatever you want to call it, releasing the blood or whatever. I know I'm talking a load of bunkum at the minute here with my analogies, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say to you. When we sacrifice something, we let something go in order to gain something, okay? So I feel that you guys are going to be making a breakthrough. There's going to be, and no matter how painful that might be for you, it is actually all for the good. And that's really what the Ace of Swords says. The Ace of Swords is about provoking a challenge, okay? Starting something out, no matter how painful that might be. So it could be that you owe loads of debts and you decide to, you haven't contacted your creditors, and no matter how painful that might be, you decide that you're going to start the ball rolling with trying to sort the mess out. And your creditors might say, okay, you owe $30,000 or £30,000 and we want X amount of money a month. Now that might be difficult and that might be scary at first, but you will find in the long run, once you start making your payments and once you start getting into a certain rhythm, that it's going to be for your benefit. So for me, this is what the Ace of Swords represents. It represents releasing yourself from the past, but it represents to me having to make some fairly difficult decisions in order to do that a lot of the time, in order to kind of start that ball rolling with rebuilding your life or making a positive change in your life. This is what the Ace of Swords represents to me. It's about clearing a path for yourself, okay? But sometimes, because it's a swords card, and we know that the swords, a lot of the time, even though they represent our logic and our way of thinking and the analytical side of us, they also represent challenges, okay, and difficulties. So I feel that there is a breakthrough coming for you guys, but you're going to have to face something that you've potentially not wanted to face in the past. And I feel that this is where this comes in, your Two of Swords. This is the thing that you don't want to face. And this is the thing that happens when you know that you've got to face it. We also have the Hanged Man here. The Hanged Man for me is a card about kind of, it's twofold really. On the one hand, it's about limbo. It's about feeling frustrated. It's about feeling a sense of suspension, like you're up in the air, like you're kind of you're midway between, I guess, the sky and the ground. You're just kind of hanging there and you don't really know which way something's going to go. On the other hand, this is a card about, again, accepting something, accepting a limitation, okay, and accepting that this is how things are. And once you're accepting it, that's when things start to change for you. Because I think there is a saying, when we change the way that we look at things, the things that we look at start to change, okay? So it might be that there is something that is has been acting as a blockage for a lot of you Scorpio people out there, and you've not really known how to deal with it. But in June, you know that you've got to deal with it, okay? And the breakthrough comes, I suppose, when you start to accept certain things and you start to decide, okay, this is what's going on here. I'm accepting the limitation of something with me at the moment. Now I need to go and work on the solution to it, okay? Because I feel that this person here isn't accepting something. They're not accepting something that's going on in their life. They're too afraid to face up to it. But you're facing up to it with the King of Cups. You're facing up to it with the Ace of Swords. And you're certainly facing up to it with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man has decided just to accept his position, and he's as happy as Larry because he's just kind of like, okay, this is what's going on here. And instead of putting it to the background. Now I'm going to kind of just accept the limitation, accept the problem, and I'm just going to kind of look at it from a different perspective. And this is why I feel that for some of you guys, this King of Cups represents, it could be that some of you guys have a problem with or an issue with something and you need to go and get it sorted out. You need help with it. And you could decide to make those first steps to get help. So it could be a doctor that you go to, it could be a counsellor that you go to, it could be a mentor that you go to, it could be anyone who cares enough to help you that you decide to go and seek some professional or simply off the record help from. And that starts the ball rolling with you starting to heal, because I find that I feel that the Hanged Man is also a card about healing. It's a card about transition. Sorry, it's a card about readjusting yourself to something. Okay, so turning things on their head, kind of doing an about turn on something that you thought that you couldn't deal with before. Now you can deal with it. This is how I see this card. Okay, this is a card about giving up fear and giving up frustration over something, giving up anger. And it's so weird how the whole of this reading is about giving up resentment and giving up anger over something. And I want to show you this card, the Queen of Cups. Again, it's a card about empathy. It's a card about intuition. It's a card about compassion. It's a card about sympathy. It's a card about releasing and letting go of resentment and anger. So I really strongly feel, I mean, this reading is very, very, very strong, Scorpio. I'm telling you that now. It's been a long time since I've had a reading where I'm looking at it and I'm saying, whoa, this reading means a hell of a lot. And I do feel that a lot of you guys are going to be releasing something, okay? Releasing something that's not serving you. Releasing something that you've probably sat on for a very, very long time, that you've probably just not dealt with because you've been too afraid to face up to it. But now is the time the universe is saying that you've got to face up to it. We have the Seven of Cups here and we've got the Star. So I do feel that a lot of you guys have had dreams. You've got some dreams that you've wanted to manifest, that you've wanted to fulfill. And I believe that these things are going to be fulfilled in June. I believe that things are going to come to fruition for you in June, okay? But they're going to come to fruition for you only if you believe that you can have them. And believing that you can have certain things come to fruition for yourself is simply changing your thought processes around. It's simply kind of letting go of feeling that there is a blockage there to you actually obtaining something into your life. So I do feel that because we have the Seven of Cups here and because we've got the Star card is a card about optimism. It's a card about having faith. It's a card about kind of there being better times around the corner. It's a card about feeling confident that what you want in life is going to manifest for you and trusting in the universe. And because we have the Seven of Cups here, the Seven of Cups is often a card about visualizing stuff, dreams, hopes, wanting things, choices, options. So I do feel that whatever it is that you have been dreaming of is going to be manifested for you. But I feel that this is going to come about from your making a breakthrough with this blockage. So I feel that there is a lowering of a blockage here. I also feel with this reading, you know, it could be a love reading for some of you guys. As I say, the tarot can work in so many ways. So this King of Cups guy could be someone maybe that you guys like. Some of you guys are attracted to someone, but you're blocking out those emotions. And maybe you're making a breakthrough with that relationship because we have this Ace of Swords here, okay? Maybe it's been a difficult thing for you to admit something to yourself or admit something to someone else. Okay, and maybe you felt limited in that way to do that because there's a blockage here. But to me, these cards are saying is release the blockage, because, you know, if you release it, you'll find that you're going to be able to maybe make headway with getting with that person or with talking with that person or making the first step to build something with that person. So I feel certainly for some of you Scorpios, there is somebody coming in. I also feel, as I've said, there is definitely the energy here of taking back control of your own lives. I really feel that. We also have the World card here, guys. A fantastic card to get in any reading. One of the best, if not the best card in the Major Arcana within the tarot. It's all about reaching a goal. It's all about fulfilling something that you never thought that you could do that with. It's all about kind of, you know, you've got, I think it's 22 cards within the Major Arcana, starting from 0, the Fool card, up to 21, which is the World card. The Fool goes on this journey and he learns so much all through his life. And then finally he comes to the culmination of who he is. He realises he suddenly has this sense of awareness of why he's here, who he is, and what he's achieved, and he's so thankful for that. Okay, so this isn't just a card about kind of travelling the world. It can be a card about travelling the world or travelling somewhere in the world. It can also be a card about kind of money, manifesting something in money. It could be love, it could be anything. If this is a relationship that we're talking about here for some of you guys, I feel that this will be a very good relationship because we have this wild card present here. This, though, to me suggests in this reading that this is very much about self-awareness, because we have self-awareness with the Queen of Cups, and we've got self-awareness, I see, with the World card. This is about the Fool suddenly becoming 100% kind of aware of who he is and why he's here, and of his journey and of all he's been through, and it's suddenly taken him to a place of, okay, everything's clicking into place for me now. So I do feel that there is a sense of, in June, coming to a point where it's almost like some of you guys are going to have an epiphany about something here. This is what I'm feeling with these cards. This is a very, very strong reading, Scorpio. Just to reiterate, on the one hand, I feel that this is a relationship reading. I feel for some of you guys there is going to be somebody coming in. And it's funny because the Queen of Cups is not only a card about intuition, and it's not only a card about compassion and empathy and all of that good stuff. It's a card about letting go, as I've said, of emotional and of resentments and anger. It's also a card about somebody who comes into your life who is quite tender-hearted and who is quite kind of empathetic to you, and somebody who looks out for you, and someone who is kind of devoid of getting stuff, devoid of any kind of motivations for themselves and wants the good for you. And I feel that because it's the Queen of Cups, this can actually represent a male or a female in a reading. So I feel that this is someone, and we've got the King of Cups here. I do feel that it's someone coming in for some of you guys who has wonderful qualities about them. Okay, now I'm not saying it's totally going to be a love relationship, but it could be just a friend. It could be somebody who has a listening ear. And as I said, I feel that a lot of you guys are going to be seeking some healing in June. So whether that's going to a counsellor or your doctor, or just someone, a psychotherapist or a psychologist, I feel that it's going to be someone who's going to help you with an issue that you've had, something that you've buried for a very, very long time. And I feel that if it is love for some of you guys, then you've been blocking out or denying your feelings over someone, but June is the time where you're going to be releasing that. And you're going to be kind of like, okay, I want to go for something now. I've been dreaming of this for a long time. Could even be that you've got more than one suitor maybe that you're interested in, because this does talk about options as well, the Seven of Cups. But I feel that there is going to be a manifestation, or the start of a manifestation of a dream for some of you guys that you had buried for a long time, maybe because you had a blockage to it. You felt limited, okay? So this is about kind of being a no-limit person for June and releasing those things that you feel were holding you back. This is what I feel is going. I feel that there's going to be a breakthrough for you guys. Now let me quickly show you the two cards that came up for you in the angel cards. And it's quite astounding. It's beautiful. I'll show you the first one. This is from the Romance Angels deck, and it's called Forgiving and Learning. Okay? This says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. Let me read you what this says about this card as well. The Romance Angels have heard your desire for great love, and they bring you this card as guidance. They see that your heart can give and receive the bliss of romance by clearing away the cobwebs of the past. The angels know that you've been hurt before and that you're wary of being hurt again, yet your defences are creating barriers to allowing love into your life. Wow. As you heal your past, you won't keep recreating it. After all, you attract into your life the situations and relationships that remind you of what you've already experienced, because that is a primary tool of healing. To change to a healthier relationship pattern, it's necessary to detoxify any old anger, blame or unforgiveness you may be holding. This includes forgiving yourself. If you call upon the angels and ask them to help you release and heal your past, they'll clear away the heaviness so that your heart can soar with happiness. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible, guys. It really is. When that card came up, I was like, wow. Okay, so this is the right track. I knew that this reading was about clearing away something, brushing away the cobwebs, brushing out old ways of thinking, old patterns of kind of keeping you held back, keeping you from realising your greatest heart's desires. We also, on the on the tarot, the Angel Tarot card deck, had the moon come up for you, okay? And this card says, important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. Incredible again. Let's have a look at what this says. Everyone experiences times in their lives when they're afraid or insecure. Sometimes these fears are based on external factors you can see, and sometimes worries stem from irrational or unreal concerns. In both cases, it's important to go within and listen to your intuition as to what to do next. Ask your inner self about the source of your anxiety and trust your guidance. The angels sent you this card because this is a time of powerful intuition and psychic ability. However, your greatest insights will be about yourself. This is where I feel the self-awareness comes from with the World card. Okay? To overcome past blocks and have held you back. Awaken to truth about yourself that you've kept hidden and see your brilliant light. This all ties in, Scorpio. This is a very strong message for you Scorpions, okay? It's very, very strong for June. If you've got something that you feel has been holding you back, I feel in June you're going to be addressing it. I feel that there is a strong energy that you've been thinking that you want to sort something out now. You want to sort it out because you want to change your life. And this reading is all about changing your life. Now, whether that's love coming into your life, I feel that you can have it. Whether it's, you know, education, whether it's work, whether it's where you live, I feel that things can be changed for you guys starting from now, going on into June or whenever, if you only or take the bull by the horn. So really it's primarily within your court. But I do feel that the King of Cups is representative of a male figure coming into your life. I also feel the Queen of Cups is somewhat, you know, it can be male or female, okay? Doesn't matter. Coming into your life, it could be a lover, it could be a friend, it could be a counsellor, it could be a doctor, it could be anyone that's there that's going to support you in helping you to release your blockages in June. So that's what I see for your reading. It's a really good reading for June, Scorpio, and I wish you all the best with that. Just to let you know, I'm going to be coming back with other readings very, very soon. I'm going to be doing a 3-month Law of Attraction reading for June through to August. Is it June, July, August? Yeah. June through to August, your 3 month ahead Law of Attraction reading. I'm also going to be doing a 3-month love reading for you guys too. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled for that, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.